welcome back to another episode of My Own Worst Enemy. I've got an unboxing again. This one is Horse and Musket Dawn of a New Era from Hollandspiel. This is designed by Sean Chick, and you may have remembered that I did play through one of the scenarios in Tabletop Simulator. I did buy the print and play version of this game, put it into Tabletop Simulator, and it was the Killer Cranky scenario that I ran through. And I just decided, in playing this game, and I had to have the physical copy. I really did. I like the game that much. And so couldn't resist, had to order the physical copy, and here it is. This is the first volume. There are two after this one, and I believe there is a fourth in the works that should be coming out pretty soon, which I'm really interested in because I think that one takes us up through the Civil War period. So that's going to be interesting. But in the meantime, let's take a look at what we get with this first volume of Horse and Musket Dawn of a New Era. Let's open this right on up and go in. And now, so this is a this is from Blue Panther. They printed this, and so the first thing, if you've ever ordered a game from Blue Panther, it's print on demand. And the first thing when you take the lid off is it smells like you spilled varnish or stain all over your tabletop. A real powerful scent from a freshly printed game, I suppose. But that's what I'm smelling right now. Smell of goodness, though, right? I like Blue Panther. I like their stuff a lot. So right off, we get 4 D10s and 2 D6s. These are nice looking dice. I like that. I always like to get dice. Can never have too many dice. This is, like I said, Horse and Musket Volume 1. This is the rule book. Not a lot of rules. I've read the rule book several times. The rules are not that difficult to grasp. Really easy to play and fun to play. So, not a glossy paper. Well, it's kind of a glossy paper, I suppose. It's not as glossy as some I've seen. I do like the print. Again, it's Blue Panther. They always do a fantastic job with printing these things out. Hollandspiel did a good job of the examples and writing up this rule book. Like I said, there's not a lot in here. It's very easy to understand. If you watched that playthrough that I did, you will remember that I did not use any of these optional rules. These optional rules, I've been reading through those since that playthrough, and I got to tell you, I need to play this again and use some of these rules because it really adds some interesting things to the game. You can pick and choose which ones you want to add as you learn and go. So that's one of the advantages. The other thing is they tell you which ones they recommend that you use, which I think is kind of nice. So there you go. Quick look at the rule book. We are looking at 14 pages with the credits. And then, of course, you get this nice chart on the back. There you go. That's the rule book. We will set that aside. The scenario book. And so, like I said, this is, how many scenarios did we say? It looks like there are 20 scenarios. That's pretty good for a game like this. And the scenarios, and they show you how to set the map up, where to put the terrain counters, and then, of course, your forces, your special rules that you'll want to apply to the specific scenario, the victory conditions. Looks like there's even some variants on the scenarios, so that's really cool. And there's that Killer Cranky that I played through. If you haven't watched it, go check it out. It's I won't tell you how it ended, but a lot of fun playing that. Like I said, that's kind of what led me to break down and acquire the physical copy, and I'm really glad I did because it's the components, Blue Panther, it's nice. And then if you turn to the back of this scenario book here, it's got some background information on all these scenarios, and that's really appreciated. I love to read the history on these things, and a lot of these battles, especially this time period, I am not too familiar with. So having something like this is nice to refer to. Keep going here. We've got, if I can get them out, like some player aid cards and the turn track. Again, if you watch the video, nothing new here. And I will say that for whatever reason, the print quality on the physical components much nicer than the print and play that I got. Now, I'm not saying that the print and play version is not good quality. It's probably something I did when I went in and pulled the graphics out and uploaded them into Tabletop Simulator. I probably didn't set the resolution right, or sometimes I have done that. So um, if you watch that, I don't know if those graphics are as crisp and as clean as the physical copy. So what I'm trying to say is I definitely have no problem with the graphics qualities here. You will not be disappointed. And then here's of course, the battle charts and the terrain charts that you'll need to play through. And remember, there are 3 different battle charts. You have the grand battles for the larger battles, your smaller battles, and then just the standard battle chart. So nice player aids. Again, really good paper quality, kind of a glossy feel to those. Quality. Like I said, love Blue Panther. Even though I may pass out from the fumes. I love it. And this is why this is what sets Blue Panther apart from everybody else. These counters, and it's I've said it before in some other unboxings. They're basically like wooden counters. I mean, they're that good. They're thick. It's like they are printed on wood and laser cut. So I don't think I'm going to see if I can pop one of these out here. I don't want to see, these are in here pretty well. That's not too bad. So these are laser cut. I will not have to round the. Let me see if I can get one of these up here so you can see. Where'd the lens go? So there's. I won't have to round the corners on this. I may have to take an X-Acto and get those little. I don't know if we have a name for those yet. Those little knobby things. Knobby things. You heard it here first. Hanging chads maybe. So I need to get an X-Acto knife and maybe clean those up a little bit. But other than that, and these are really, like I said, thick, high quality counters. You can also, they're so thick, you can just pop them back in and they're not going to go anywhere. Really clean, crisp counter. The artwork is really good on these. And of course, here's the flip side, the back side of those counters. When you have your, when you take a morale hit, remember those are not strength points. Those are morale points. These units will fight at full strength, even if they take a morale hit. And then, of course, the other counter sheet, more of the same, more of those beautiful, thick counters. And we have the, whoops. We will get to the map in 1 second. We'll get crumbs off the table here. I guess I can't help that. It's just coming off of the freshly printed counters. So these are the terrain counters. They're double-sided. And the scenarios, as you saw, they will tell you where to set these up on the map. Nice counters. It looks like I have Command and Colors Tricorn, and honestly, it looks like that maybe these counters are the same size as those. That would be nice, because then you could mix and match, which I love to do. Maybe I'll do that, and we'll show a video of that. So here's the map. Now, it is a paper map. It is not a mounted map on a board. Would have been nice if that were the case, but it's not. It's workable. It's usable. But you can see the problem with it is it's until I lay this thing flat, get some weight on it, it's gonna want to curl up. So yeah, the map, like I said, it's functional. Let me see if I can get a hole in here. It's functional. I would have liked to have seen a mounted map. I think it just makes it nicer. Of course, it probably would have cost more money, but I would have been willing to pay a little bit more to get it. I'm not too thrilled with the paper map. I did purchase, because I bought Command and Colors and not because I have this, I did buy a neoprene, it's like a grassy terrain map. There's no hexes on it. And so what I intend to do, and it's one of the reasons why I'm glad it looks like these hexes are about the same as Command and Colors, I'm going to take that neoprene mat and I'm going to take a Sharpie and actually make hexes that are this size that I can use. So instead of using this map, I could use the neoprene mat with those tiles, and I think it would look a lot nicer. Maybe that'll be an episode of Solo Babble where I kind of take you through how I'm doing that. There was a guy posted on the internet how he actually created a template and then used a straight edge to make an overlay on his neoprene gaming mat, and it looked good enough to me to try to replicate that. The neoprene mat I bought wasn't that much; it was like $35 or $40. It's much larger than this map, so I don't know if I'm going to cut it down or not. Maybe I can make 2 maps out of it. I don't know, but we will see. Like I said, maybe I'll show that on an episode of Solo Babble. So let's grab just one of these tiles real quick and pop it out. And you can see that, the scenario, like I said, will tell you where to lay these tiles. And so you'll just put like there's forest. So, and the hexes are numbered. I think that's pretty easy to see in this video. I hope it is. They are numbered. They go from A to M and 1 to 9. You've got your victory point tracks for each side, your cap track over here. And that's your command action points, if you remember. That is about it. That is a very quick unboxing of Horse and Musket from Hollenspiel. And like I said, I'm really looking forward to acquiring the next 2 volumes at some point. But I'm really looking forward to that 4th volume, which I think brings us a little further along in the time period, and we get into like the Revolutionary War and maybe up to the Civil War type scenarios. I think that is going to be awesome, and I'm highly, highly, highly looking forward to that, anticipating that. And when that comes out, I hope to showcase it here on My Own Worst Enemy. Hollenspiel, if you're listening, I'd more than be happy to do a preview. If you want to send me a preview copy of it, I will be happy to do a nice preview for you. But yeah, there you go. Horse and Musket, Dawn of a New Era. I have to say, between Horse and Musket, Command and Colors, and I think I have Hold the Line is the other one. I'm really preferring the Horse and Musket series. I like the way that the command action points work. I like the way you have a bit more control over what you can move and what you can do. So there you go. Anyway, thanks for watching.